PT3 listening tests could be postponed until 31st October. More flights cancel at Ipoh Airport. Good afternoon, I'm Mamin Carlos and welcome to News on 2. Well, schools in areas affected by the haze may postpone the Form 3 assessment or PT3 listening tests until 31st October. Now, the test for the Malay language, English and Al-Lugha Al-Arabia Al-Muasira was scheduled for 3 days beginning today. Now, the Education Ministry in a statement said schools in districts or areas that were recording the Air Pollutant Index or API readings of more than 200 are allowed to postpone the test. Well, however, the test would still proceed in districts or areas that are not affected by the haze with strict monitoring by the State Education Department, that's JPN, District Education Office, PPD, and schools. Well, the statement added that the ministry understands the difficulties faced by schools, students and parents due to the haze. It said JPN, PPD and school administrators had been informed on the steps to be taken in conducting the test, including monitoring the API reading released from time to time by the authorities. Well, meanwhile, the Primary School Religious Assessment or PSRA examination in Selangor takes place as scheduled from today until Friday despite the haze. Selangor Islamic Religious Department Director Muhammad Shah Zihan Ahmad said the examination would only be postponed if the air pollutant index, that's API readings, breached the 300 mark. And speaking to Bernama, he said students in Kuala Langat and Klang would still have to sit for the test, while non-examination students would not need to attend school. Only 57 schools in the districts of Kuala Langat and Klang remain closed today due to worsening haze situation in the areas. Well, according to the statement from the Ministry of Education, the closure involves 30 schools in Kuala Langat and 27 in Klang, affecting a total of 68,025 students. While the closures are being done based on the air pollution index reading at Johan Setia Station, which was above 200 as of 2 p.m. yesterday. Meanwhile, the statement added that all the other schools that are not listed as part of the 57 resumes as usual today. This includes 296 schools in Kuala Lumpur and 25 schools in Putrajaya. And according to the statement, for schools in areas with API readings above 100 at unhealthy levels, the school's management is advised to stop all outdoor activities besides having recreational and sports activities postponed. While schools were also urged to take immediate action to close schools and report the closure to the District Education Office or State Education Department if the API readings in their respective areas went above 200. Well, 2 out of 5 flights scheduled at the Sultan Azlan Shah Airport, that's LTSAS, had to be cancelled today due to the haze. Well, LTSAS manager Muhammad Ali Osman said the cancelled flights were for the routes Johor Bahru Ipoh Singapore and Singapore Ipoh Johor Bahru by Air Asia Berhad, scheduled this morning and afternoon. Now, in a statement, Muhammad Ali said visibility was recorded at 3,000 meters at about 7:30 a.m., adding that the flight cancellations affected a total of 480 passengers. However, he said LTSAS will be monitoring the situation from time to time with related agencies, namely Malaysia Meteorological Department and the Air Traffic Controller from Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia. Well, according to the Malaysian Air Pollution Index Management or APIMS portal, the Air Pollution Index, the API readings at 4 stations in Perak, namely Sri Manjong, Pagoh and Tasik in Ipoh, and Taiping until 7 a.m. today showed unhealthy air quality, while Tanjung Malim recorded a moderate air quality. Well, moving on, the Malacca state government will hold a meeting with the National Water Service Commission, or SPAN, to discuss plans to develop water infrastructure in the state in the near future. Chief Minister Adli Zahari said that this was among steps being taken to ensure water supply disruptions would not be a regular occurrence in the state. He said that the water rationing was also being mulled if the water level at the Durian Tunggal Dam did not improve in 1 or 2 weeks. The move would affect consumers in Malacca Tengah, or 14 to 20% of the consumers in the state.
Dan untuk jangka masa sederhana, memang kita telah meluluskan pembinaan untuk mengambil air daripada tasik biru di Jasin, dan dalam tempoh 6 bulan kita akan siapkan projek itu. Projek itu menelan hampir 30 juta ringgit. Dan kalau itu berlaku, kita tidak ada kebimbangan untuk menghadapi kemarau untuk musim-musim yang akan datang. Kerana tasik biru itu mempunyai kadar air yang cukup banyak untuk negeri ini.
Adli was met after launching the 2019 Healthy Malacca Expo. Well, former chief of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, Dato' Sri Ahmad Said Hamdan, 67, died in Rawang last night. Now, MACC Deputy Chief Commissioner for Prevention, Dato' Samsun Baharin Muhammad Jamil, said funeral rites will be performed at the Kota Damansara Muslim Cemetery near Kuala Lumpur after Zohor prayers today. While Dato' Sri Ahmad Said died at his daughter's house, and in the past 6 months, he was admitted into the National Heart Institute, that's IJN, several times for heart complications and stroke. Well, last week, the doctors at IJN allowed him to return home, and he was taken to his daughter's house in Rawang. Dato' Sri Ahmad Said was MACC Chief Commission from May 14th, 2007 until December 31st, 2009, before the post was held by Tan Sri Abu Qasim Muhammad. Plogging. Ampang residents turning trash into cash. Well, 320 kilograms of trash was converted to cash thanks to Plogging Trash to Cash campaign organized under the Cleanup Ampang program. Now, Plogging, the eco-friendly running trend, also managed to collect 200 kilograms of recyclable items, which was littered around. According to Housing and Local Government Minister Zuraida Kamarudin, who launched the campaign in Pandan Indah, the Ampang Cash to Trash model would be extended to other states to promote cleanliness and help supplement income. Under the campaign, residents collected littered plastics, bottles, papers, cans and other items that could be recycled and sell them.
Kalau program ini berjaya, saya akan menstrukturkannya dan akan dikendalikan di peringkat nasional di seluruh negara. Ya.
She also noted that B40 and the People's Housing Project areas could become target areas to turn waste into money campaign. Well, Negeri Sembilan had called for the federal government to consider a proposal to establish a tax-free zone in the state. Menteri Besar Dato' Sri Amiruddin Harun believed the tax-free zone would boost and intensify the development in Malaysia Vision Valley 2.0, also known as MVV 2.0, based on the strategic location of the state.
Ini harus dipertimbangkan keberadaan persekutuan. Kita tidak ada pelabuhan yang besar, kita tidak ada lapangan terbang, yang kita ada hanyalah tanah di tengah-tengah di antara Johor, Lembah Kelang, dan kita berada di tengah-tengah. Dan kalau boleh dipertimbangkan kawasan bebas cukai untuk pembangunan, membesarkan lagi pembangunan di Negeri Sembilan ini.
He said this at the annual convention of Negeri Sembilan DAP 2019 in Seremban. The MVV 2.0 is a long-term plan for the development of Negeri Sembilan towards becoming a developed state with a world-class metropolis that will impact the country's economy. Vanilla Cooperative Berhad will be set up to become a business entity which generates high profits and great benefits to its members. And President Angkatan Koperasi Kebangsaan Malaysia Berhad, known as Angkasa, Dato Abdul Fattah Abdullah, said this was because the vanilla crop was described as gold crop that is profitable and can generate income to rakyat. According to him, the establishment of Vanilla Cooperative Berhad would enable Angkasa to provide advisory services, organizing courses, loans and appropriate annual grants to its members.
Keutamaan kita ialah melibatkan koperasi. Jadi kalau koperasi agak tak berapa yakin lagi nak lihat, Angkasa boleh terlibat secara terus untuk melihat bahawa projek ni memberikan pulangan yang baik dan berjaya. Sebab saya tengok tadi kosnya tidaklah tinggi dan pulangan setakat ni yang dipahamkan ialah amat lumayan sekali setelah 3 tahun ya. Setelah 3 tahun ditanam boleh mengeluarkan hasil.
He added that vanilla cultivations give good return to cooperatives or entrepreneurs between 600,000 ringgit to 1 million ringgit per season, which only from a hectare piece of land. Dato Abdul Fattah was met after a working visit to Faisal Muhammad Norawi's 1.2 hectare vanilla farm in Kampung Bangau Parit, Temerloh. Coming up in sports, 4-time champion Pahang secures solid win in first leg quarterfinals. In the local scene, now 4-time champions Pahang brightens its chance to the semi-finals of the Malaysia Cup after beating Malacca 3-0 at the first quarterfinals action at the Hang Jebat Stadium, Malacca, last night. Pahang went on a 3-goal blitz in the span of 6 minutes to give the visitors a 3-0 win over Malacca in the Malaysia Cup first leg quarterfinals on Sunday. Lazarus Kaimbi, Wan Zaharul Nizam and Dixon Nwakame all struck in the second half as Pahang take a giant step towards the semi-finals, leaving Malacca with everything to do in the return leg on 29 September. Well, after a quiet first half, Pahang exploded to life when Kaimbi stole in to meet Matthew Davies' header and give his side the lead. 4 minutes later, it was 2-0, courtesy of Wan Zaharul Nizam's wonderful curling effort into the bottom corner. Nwakame would pile further misery on the home side when he powered home a header unmarked to make it 3-0. Well, Super League team PKNPFC booked the last spot to the 2019 Malaysia Cup quarterfinals when they comfortably defeated Petaling Jaya City FC or PJ City FC 3-0 in their last Group B match at the Manjung Municipal Stadium last night. Now, the win ensured PKNPFC take second spot in the group behind 2017 champions Johor Darul Takzim JDT, who had already qualified earlier. PKNPFC, however, will have the daunting task of facing 5-time champions Kedah in the quarterfinals in the 2-legged match scheduled for 25th September and 29th September. In last night's match, Yashir Pinto put the host team ahead as early as the 8th minute. Khairul Ashraf Sahiza punished PJ City FC's defense again with a cracking shot in the 46th minute before Pinto confirmed PKNPFC's last 8 spot with his second goal in the 61st minute. For the record, the game was supposed to have been played on September 17th but had to be postponed twice after the majority of PJ City FC's squad came down with the influenza B virus. While PKNP will now go on to face Kedah in the quarterfinals. Perak will take a slim advantage to Selangor next week after Brendan Gunn's wonderful finish gave them a 1-0 victory at Stadium Perak on Sunday. Brendan gave the home side a dream start when he received possession on the edge of the penalty box to curl past Khairul Adhan Khalid for the lead. Perak continued to attack and Jay Partiban came close with an effort from outside the penalty box before Brendan tried his luck again from outside the box. The closest Selangor came to finding the net was through Ifedayo Olusegun, but the striker saw his shot saved by Hafizul Hakim. Pahang would entertain Malacca's visit to the Darul Makmur Stadium, Kuantan, while Selangor would face Perak in another second quarter-final action at the Shah Alam Stadium. Both the matches would take place on 29 September. Well, Malaysia failed to qualify to the final round of 2020 Asian Football Confederation Under-16. And this tournament after sharing the spoils in a 2-2 draw with Japan in their final Group J qualifying match at the Lao National Stadium in Vientiane Sunday. Now, the result saw Malaysia emerge as Group J runners-up, but they failed to occupy the 4 best runners-up spot to qualify for the tournament proper after collecting 4 points from 3 matches. Based on the tournament's format, the best 11 teams from Groups A to K, besides the 4 best runners-up, will qualify for the final round. In Sunday's action, Rui Osako broke the deadlock for Japan after converting a penalty spot in the 63rd before Malaysia scored 2 quick goals via Daniel Edzwan through a goal and also the penalty spot in the 73rd and 82nd minute, respectively, according to the Football Association of Malaysia FAM Facebook page. Yamato Naito, however, scored the equalizer for Japan in the dying minute of the match, which saw the East Asian side qualify to the tournament proper as the Group J winner. Well, with that, we conclude this afternoon's News on 2. In our top story, PT3 listening tests could be postponed until October 31st. Well, do join us again at 7 this evening. I'm Mohammed Amin Carlos. You take care and thanks for watching.